My name is Marcus Hale. I'm 27 and for the last 8 months, I've been what polite people call between jobs. The truth is, I got laid off when the old plant in Kalispell shut its night shift. One Friday, the foreman handed me a cardboard box and said, "Nothing personal, kid." I carried out my steel-toe boots, my battered thermos, and the calendar I never got to finish marking. That was it. I've been living on savings that feel more like a countdown than a cushion. Picking up day labor when I fixing snowblowers for neighbors patching roofs before the first hard freeze. My apartment is a one-bedroom above a laundromat that smells like bleach and dryer sheets at 3 o'clock in the morning. Most nights I lie awake listening to the spin cycle and wonder how many more months I can stretch a single bag of rice. Today is supposed to be different. I have an interview at the new components plant off Highway 2, 30 miles east of Columbia Falls. The ad said experienced night shift technician, hazard pay, full benefits. I printed the email confirmation twice because I was afraid the first copy would vanish. I ironed my only button-down shirt until the creases looked like knife edges. I even shaved, though the mirror in the bathroom is cracked and makes me look like I'm missing half a face. I leave the apartment at 4:30 before the sky decides what color it wants to be. My truck is a 2004 Ford F-150 with 190,000 miles and a heater that only works if you sweet-talk it. I coax it onto the highway doing 45 wipers, slapping wet snow off the windshield in uneven arcs. The forecast said flurries. The forecast lied. By the time I passed the mile marker for Hungry Horse Reservoir, the world has gone white. Not the pretty postcard white, more like someone poured paint thinner over the landscape and shook it. The center line disappears. The guardrails vanish. All that's left is the tunnel. My headlights punch through the storm and the low growl of tires fighting for traction. I'm doing 30 now. Knuckles white on the wheel when I see the flicker. Hazard lights orange and urgent strobing through the curtain of snow. A dark shape sits sideways across both lanes. An SUV nose buried in the ditchtail lights glowing like embers. Steam hisses from under the hood. No other cars, no plow, just the storm and whatever happened here. I ease onto the shoulder gravel crunching under my tires. The emergency brake groans as I set it. I grab the flashlight from the glove box, the one with the cracked lens, and step out. Wind slams into me like a linebacker. Snow fills my collar in seconds. I pull my hood tight and trudge forward, boots sinking to the ankle. The SUV is a Lexus RX, black paint dulled by frost. Driver's side door crumpled inward. The window is spiderwebbed but intact. Inside, a woman is slumped against the steering wheel. Seat belt still on. Blood dark against her temple, trickling into the collar of a gray cashmere sweater. She isn't moving. I yank the handle. Locked, of course. I slam my palm against the glass. "Hey, can you hear me?" Nothing. The engine ticks as it cools. I circle to the passenger side, also locked. Back to the driver's door. I wedge the tire iron from my truck bed between the frame and the window, lever it down. Metal screams. The glass shatters into the snow. I reach and pop the lock and pull the door open against the wind. The interior light flickers on. She's breathing shallow fast. Her left hand is pinned between the wheel and the crushed door panel. I smell gasoline, faint but sharp. "Ma'am, I'm gonna get you out. Hold on." My voice sounds foreign, too calm. I slide the blade of my pocket knife under the seat belt saw through the nylon. Parts with a soft rip. I brace one arm under her shoulders, the other under her knees, and lift. She's heavier than she looks, dead weight, but I manage. Her head LS against my chest. The ditch is filling fast. Another 10 minutes and the whole car will be a snowdrift. I scan the roadside. 200 yards back, half hidden by pines, is the old hunting cabin the locals call the Last Chance. Boarded windows, sagging roof, but it has a chimney and a door that still latches. I passed it 100 times and never thought I'd need it. I carry her through the storm. Snow lashes my face. My boots slip on ice. Her breath is warm against my neck, the only proof she's still alive. The cabin door sticks. I kick it open. Inside smells of mouse nests and damp pine. Moonlight leaks through gaps in the boards. I lay her on the floor near the stone hearth. Grab the emergency blanket from my truck's toolbox. Silver mire, the kind that looks like tinfoil but saves lives. I build a fire with the dry kindling stacked in the corner. My hands shake as I strike the lighter. Flames catch small but steady. I wrap the blanket around her, tuck it under her chin. Her pulse is strong under my fingers. The cut on her forehead has slowed to a seep. I press a clean shop rag from my pocket against it. Minutes stretch. The fire pops. Outside, the wind howls like it's trying to get in. I sit back on my heels, suddenly aware of how quiet it is, except for the storm. My phone has one bar, then none. I try 911 anyway. No signal. She stirs. Eyelashes flutter. Her eyes open gray-green sharp. Even through the haze of pain, they lock on me unblinking. Your name? Her voice is hollow but steady. Marcus. A pause. She winces as she tries to sit up. My name is Sophia. No last name, no questions. Just those 3 words like she's testing if her tongue still works. I help her lean against the wall. She watches the fire, then me, then the fire again. The silence between us isn't awkward. It's necessary. I don't ask who she is or where she was going. She doesn't ask why I stopped. We're 2 strangers sharing the same small circle of warmth. And for now, that's enough. The fire settles into a low, steady crackle, throwing shadows that dance across the rough Hune walls. I feed it another split log from the pile someone left seasons ago. The wood is dry enough to burn hot, but not hot enough to waste. Sophia sits with her back against the wall, knees drawn up under the silver blanket. Her left wrist rests in her lap at an angle that makes my stomach turn swollen, already bruising purple beneath the skin. I kneel beside her. Let me see the wrist. She hesps a short breath, but extends the arm. The joint is displaced, the hand rotated too far inward. I've seen this before on the shop floor guys who caught a limb in a conveyor belt. Nothing broken, but the ligaments are screaming. Going to hurt, I warned. Do it. I brace her forearm against my thigh. Grip her hand with both of mine and pull in one smooth motion. There's a soft pop like a knuckle cracking followed by her sharp inhale. She doesn't cry out. The hand settles back into a natural line. I fashion a